Last week, Kevin Owens and Austin Theory got in a fight, and now this week they're going to have a match. And the one undisputed thing that poor billionaire Vince was doing when he lost his mind was trying to push Austin Theory and make him the one of the next top guys, right? He was the handpicked protege of the chairman. He was in all the promos. Even if some of the creative was caca, they were trying. Apparently, Austin Theory has pissed somebody off. I don't know what the issue is, but especially Triple H being more inclined to push guys that can work and that look like stars and more serious and less of the goofy stuff Vince was into. But Theory can't beat a fucking rug anymore. He can't beat his own meat. So through this whole match, they went back and forth so much at the start. There was neither a defined set of, Theory shining Owens or a defined set of Theory getting some heat on Owens. It was just back and forth, back and forth. And then finally, Theory hit a big neck breaker on Steen on the floor to stop him, and they went straight to the commercial break. And I'm like, So finally, boom, they come back. They're still going back and forth. Very brief bit of heat. And Owens made a comeback. And Theory, again, is tremendous. He's always in the right place. And the people got into this match, I would say, more than anything else on the program. But they, for a while, they fought on top of the top turnbuckle. And then Owens missed a moonsault. And Theory hit a finish on him, boom, and got a 2 count that I thought that should have been it. It would have been perfect right there. But Theory got 2 or 3 more 2 counts and then just decided, well, I'll go get the Money in the Bank briefcase, even though the referee is standing right there and has not been bumped or anything. But as he turns around, guess who's at ringside holding the briefcase? Johnny Sameface. And guess what happens? Theory stares at Sameface and then turns back around to the guy that he's fighting. And the guy that he's fighting hits him with a super kick and then cannonballs him and power bombs him 1, 2, 3. We just saw this fucking finish an hour ago. And now, not only is Austin Theory the cream of the crop of their young early 20s prospects doing a job for Owens, but he's in an angle with Sameface. Have they given up on this guy? So then, to add insult to injury, Theory sells forever. Owens leaves. Johnny Sameface comes in with the briefcase and holds it over Theory and then drops it onto his balls, which Theory then sells. And Sameface walks off and leaves him. Why didn't they piss in his mouth while he was down there?
USA Network won't allow that.
Do
you think if Triple H believed in a talent, and I'm not saying this is a situation, I'm just asking your thoughts. Do you think in any way that he would think, let me punish this guy for a year the way I was punished to see if he has the mettle to get through this? Because
but
why are they doing this?
What did he do to get punished for?
I don't know.
He didn't go out in Madison Square Garden and expose the business and then later on marry the fucking boss's daughter.
The other question is, do you think they see this as they're not burying Austin Theory, that they're actually using him well just because they're using him and he still has the briefcase?
Well, see, and that is a good point. And the comedy writers and civilians and people with no wrestling background that work there would think that because somebody else that had a similar ignorance to wrestling would have told them that. But Triple H knows that ain't... Okay, when's the last time Triple H laid there and let somebody drop a fucking briefcase on his nuts? He knows something's going on. Either just because it was backlash because he was Vince's guy, or he pissed somebody off, or whatever, because nobody cannot Nobody that has any knowledge of professional wrestling can overlook that this guy's work is tremendous for his age and his personality and his promos, for his level of experience and being that young, and his look and the athleticism, the whole 9 yards. So something else is going on. And you asked a question. Triple H was punished for a year and knows that it sucked. And I would think he wouldn't want to do that to somebody else, especially somebody that, as far as we know, has not done anything to deserve it.
You know, you brought up before that Theory was Vince's guy. Please do me a favor. For the Drive-Thru with SmackDown, watch Liv Morgan versus Lacey Evans.
Oh, come on.
No. I'm serious. Watch Liv Morgan versus Lacey Evans. Because Lacey Evans, from everything we heard, was a Vince project. Watch that match and tell me what you think.
Okie dokie. Well, and with Lacey Evans, remember we said, boy, what a babyface story, but God, it was awkward having her stand up there and tell it. And then they turned her heel. We said, boy, she's a great heel, but that's the worst way to become a heel I've ever seen in my life. What is she now? Well, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
You just make sure you watch all the way to the end.
Oh, God damn you. So we were an hour and 5 minutes into Raw at this point. I was ready to give up. But they showed a package of Logan Paul and Roman Reigns from the press conference and the challenge for the press conference, blah, blah, blah. We know that match is going to take place. And then here come the Brawling Brutes, but they didn't even have good old Sheamus. Just Ridge and Butch. And they're doing a promo in the ring, but here comes the Street Profits. It's the biggest wrestling company on the planet, and they have 4 tag teams on this program. So they had a tag match by interrupting an interview. Do you see where I'm going with this? It's the same thing every week. They have formatted themselves into just this goddamn pattern of guys come out and talk, somebody else comes out and interrupts, they have a match. And repeat. And the same, and for a finish, distract somebody. And then beat them. And they need to change up not only the talent and bring back talent that they've let get away and put people in better positions, but they need to make the matches more important by training the people that the matches are important. And they need to change up this fucking dreary-ass format so people don't know when they see somebody come into the ring, well, we got 10 fucking minutes before they ever start this shit. Because sometimes then they may not come back. It's not about the talent. It's about how it's presented at this point. And the Brawling Brutes won the tag match, and that was an hour and 40 minutes into the show. So Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley, and I mean, there were a few backstage announcements and a couple of on-cameras, but Rollins and Lashley, the girls' interview, Theory and Owens, and the tag team match, hour and 40 fucking minutes.
You see, Pete Dunne is starting to look more like he used to?
Well, yes, except he's still wearing that fucking ridiculous fucking cap. But he's back to basically being Pete Dunne with a hat on. So at least they didn't put a hat on a hat.